Oh my God, you guys, are we having deja vu, ladies and gentlemen? Is this a 2-for-1 deal? Well, let's take a look. Republican pastor arrested again for school child abuse. Louisiana GOP arrested again for child abuse. You can't make this shit up. God, these motherfuckers, these creeps, these sickos get arrested over and over and nothing happens to them. Damn!
End up back in the news cycle on this show. Let's put his picture up.
Yep.
We covered him the first time you abused a child. We said it would happen again, and guess what?
John
absolutely has. Reverend out of Louisiana has been arrested again for child abuse, as predicted. Reverend John Raymond, who was previously arrested and accused of 3 counts of cruelty to juveniles, has been arrested again for physically abusing a 4-year-old child.
Fuck!
Louisiana Republican official. We reported on him not too long ago. He also serves as the pastor of that local church. He has taken leave of absence now from his position as the headmaster of the Christian school he was in charge of. As a reminder, he was previously arrested for allegedly taping kids' mouths with packing tape because they were bullying a teacher. He defended his actions and said, the students all chose tape. And I pulled off one piece at a time and carefully placed it over their mouths, making sure that it did not touch their nose or interfere with their breathing. At no time was the tape wrapped around any student's head.
He said that.
Now, when he gave that dumbass explanation for why he decided to tape the mouths of children, remember, he got arrested for this, okay? It was abuse.
Yeah.
The administration, they went along with it. One had an objection. They were like, we don't need to use that much tape. That was the only objection, really. So he does this. He gets away with it. He comes back. He's still the headmaster of a school. Now, I know some people will say, well, yeah, the parents now need to sue because this abuse was documented and known, and it was. He was likely to offend again. We are now aware he had a background of abusing children and was allowed to still be headmaster of a school. He got arrested for child abuse, and he's still headmaster of a school. White privilege. Where in the hell can that exist other than with a white male? Let's keep it 100. So he's allowed to remain as the headmaster of this institution, and he abuses a child again. After giving an explanation for why he abused children the first time by saying basically it was their fault, he said, well, listen, the children picked out the tape. I just did what the children picked it out. And so I just taped their mouths. All right. Okay, after his initial arrest last month, several witnesses, including former teachers, faculty, and parents, came forward to report additional abuse, some going back as far as 2017. And we said right here on Indisputable, this was not his first time abusing children. One involved a 4-year-old child who would sometimes sit on the ground and kick and scream. 4-year-olds do that. Due to the boy crying and screaming, Reverend Raymond allegedly placed his hand over the child's nose and mouth, preventing him from breathing to the point of him going limp. A staff member told Reverend Raymond to stop and then observed the boy out of it and lethargic and unable to stand. He damn near killed a child, all right? Still allowed to be the headmaster.
He almost committed murder.
He's still in charge of children. Now, I got to say this to the faculty. Okay, great. It's 2022 and you're telling on him now because he's gotten out of control. But you're responsible too. And I don't give a damn what you tell each other. I don't care which one of your friends or members of your family that may say, well, it's not your fault there, Brenda. No, it is your fault. It's every single one of you. If you saw abuse and you allowed it to happen, you did not report it to the proper authorities then, you remained in that institution.
It's like they're saying is, if you see something going on, you should say something. If you see abuse, you report abuse. If you don't report abuse or neglect, you're just as guilty as the person that's doing it.
It is your fault.
Yeah.
This is your fault too, okay? All right, we trafficking truth over here. Police said that Reverend Raymond dragged the same child across the floor by his ankles when he refused to leave with him. Police said in another incident, Reverend Raymond allegedly held the child upside down by his ankles and repeatedly whipped him on the backside. Put up the picture of the Reverend again.
Let's do it one more time. Let's see this fucking disgusting dirtbag. Take a good look, ladies and gentlemen.
Child abuser.
This is what a monster looks like.
Keep his picture up.
This guy is a monster.
The new allegations.
A deviant monster.
Sought a warrant that was signed by 22nd Judicial District Judge on Monday. He was booked into the city jail. Will be transported to the St. Tammany Parish Jail, where bond will be set. He sent parents of the school a letter following his arrest. All right. Here's what the letter sent to parents by the school said that the leave is voluntary as these matters are being resolved. The letter stated that the latest allegation stems from a matter that occurred 6 years ago. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say it ain't
This
so.
is a problem. And here's the thing. Louisiana members of the GOP, remember this guy is an official of the Louisiana GOP. Are they coming out against him? Do you think he will have to resign from his GOP positions? Nobody's calling for it. He literally is being arrested multiple times for abusing children, and no one in the GOP is willing to say, Reverend, you need to sit your ass down and you deserve to be in jail. Thus saith any freaking Republican in Louisiana. Can one Republican stand up against this guy? One? Maybe two? We got zero so far. All right, Ben, thoughts here.
Yeah, I mean, there's two layers to this. A first layer, right, on the part of the teachers that work there, I get it, right? If he's in charge, you're risking your job. But if he's doing that to, like, kids, like with that 4-year-old, what is your job compared to a child's life?
Yeah.
What is your job compared to the safety of a child, right? I think there's a serious responsibility in all of the staff and teachers that work there to call this guy out and to actually, like, I mean, seriously, at what point do you become an accessory, right? At what point do you become an accessory when this is going on and you're a grown adult seeing this happen? And then the other layer is, like, we're talking about a Republican in Louisiana. Republicans in Louisiana right now are literally trying to claim that the loving, supportive parents of trans children are child abusers. Meanwhile, the child abusers, they're in the room. They're in the room. Look no further than your very own members of your party, right? And so they're choosing to go after trans children in that state, threatening to take away children from their loving, supportive parents. Meanwhile, this is happening, right? And it's just everything about this is just absolutely infuriating.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Louisiana's a crazy state. Probably almost right up there with Georgia. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Louisiana is the same state that adopted the Blue Lives Matter law, which means you can't film the cops. Yeah, crazy, huh? Anyways, I'm out here. My job. Peace out.